On Saturday, the 28th of November 2015, the Airfields of Britain Conservation Trust travelled to Wymeswold in Leicestershire to unveil their 49th marker at the western end of the airfield between Houghton and Presswold.
Okay, well, thank you very much again for coming, very much appreciated. Well, again, just to confirm, we're from the Airfields of Britain Conservation Trust, which is Britain's and almost certainly the world's first national charity of its kind, and we're very happy today to be here to unveil our latest memorial to Wymeswold Airfield. Just to give you a quick rundown of the airfield's history, contrary to what is suggested historically elsewhere, the airfield in fact opened in mid-April 1942 as opposed to a month later, and these are official records. The following month, during May, number 28 Operational Training Unit arose to train bomber crews on Vickers Wellingtons, and Wymeswold performed an excellent service until there was a change of strategic planning in October 1944 when the OTU disbanded and was immediately replaced by number 108 Transport Operational Training Unit flying Douglas Dakotas. This carried on through another name change to number 1382 Transport Conversion Unit until this new force left for North Luffenham at the end of 1947. There was a bit of a hiatus after that, but then Wymeswold came back into action in the early months of 1949, and of course primarily was involved to hold number 504 Squadron of the Royal Auxiliary Air Force. There were a few other fighter units that came here briefly during the 1950s, but your squadron was here until very sadly had to disband with the dismantlement of the Royal Auxiliary Air Force in March 1957. However, that wasn't the end of Wymeswold in a flying sense, because field aircraft services immediately moved in from Tollerton alongside Nottingham and carried on here until it finally moved to Castle Donington, or as it is today, East Midlands Airport, in the early months of 1969. However, although it had become officially a civil airfield, it did remain as well as a relief landing ground for number 2 Flying Training School at Syerston until that unit disbanded as well during 1969. There was a very gradual rundown during that year at Wymeswold. Flying pretty much had fully petered out by the spring of that year. There was the odd aircraft that landed thereafter, but in a general flying sense that was the closure date 1969. Since then, of course, as everyone is all too aware, Wymeswold has survived remarkably well for use as an industrial park, recreation, farmland, and then, not forgetting more recently, as a very large solar farm. In fact, until recently, this was actually Britain's largest solar farm with 135,000 panels. Therefore, Wymeswold is a fantastic example of how disused airfields can be effectively used in other roles without being damaged or destroyed in any way. And this is really how it should be, if just people just thought carefully and logically about this subject. And therefore, just on that final general note, as if needs saying, just please do all you can to not only honour but try and help our airfields in every way possible, because suffice to say it's very much in all of our interests, every single one of us in the UK and indeed beyond, to save these places, because they have greatly altered for the betterment of all of us in society our everyday lives. Just too many ways to mention, but whether it's work or play, the emergency services, you name it, these places right up to as we speak hugely alter for the betterment of all of us our everyday lives. We just cannot afford to lose these places. So as we say to everyone else at all these other unveilings, please not only think of our airfields and everyone who's served at them, but just do all you can within reason to try and help them, because it's in all of our interests to do so. Therefore, again, thanks very much for coming, and therefore we are absolutely delighted to be unveiling what is now our 49th memorial We are hoping to unveil hundreds more over the years to come. And in this case, we're happy to unveil this memorial to yet another of Britain's top physical assets, the one and only Wymeswold Airfield. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, sure. Well, we'll get photographs of yourselves as well. That goes with it.